They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach.
Fuck. That's a bit hectic.
But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger sin eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them.
Hardcore.
The infirmary is full of the Sin Eater's victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
So they'll eventually turn into Sin Eaters as well. Shit. Alright. Just a matter of time, more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end, and to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesseline and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I can now share with you while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Yeah, of course. Alright. Culling their ranks. What do we got for this headgear? Nice. Cool. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, you clear the west. That way, you can have it under the... Oh, fuck you. Seriously? I'm like fucking talking to a quest NPC right now. This fucking little cunt's like... Suck a dick, dude, honestly. Let's... Fucking worse, dude. These things are so annoying. Go away. Alright, 700,000. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, let's do it. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at this north entrance. Good hunting. Alright. Let's go. Any Sin Eaters? Forgiven cowardice. Okay. Let's get a shot of this guy. And then go to the next spot. Alright, none here. And lastly, we'll check up here. Oh yeah, so it looks like there's one like about there. We'll go grab that as well. Oh, fuck off. Little fuck. Get out of here. Are you fucking... The fuck is going on? Is it my internet? Like, what the fuck is happening? No, it's not. It's just the server kicked me. Piece of shit. It's not my fault. The fucking game kicked me out. Piece of shit. This is really annoying. It's not my internet. I just fucking jumped on websites. It's working totally fine for me. Annoying. Annoying. There we go. There we go. Alright. We all good? I think the server's just getting like fucked right now or something. Like, yeah, that would explain why there's like latency going on. It's crazy. Let me try my speed test quickly. I need to hit up Telstra as well because they've like, I don't know what the fuck they've done. Like my upload speed to my download speed has been massively increased from like, before it was like 140, and now it's like 260 plus. But my upload is like 20. It's capping off about 20. It used to be 140. So I need to talk to them like, hey, can you fucking like revert me back to, or like at least give me 40 up, because like that's what I originally signed up with you guys for, is 140. Might actually open up that with them now. Be like, hey, so whilst I appreciate the nearly tripling of my download speed, I prefer upload. So yeah, how did you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes, nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed yourself, but individually, these lesser sin eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat, much like the void scent. They have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures ascending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play, and you've certainly helped out on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Yes, Tesleen! Alysae tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks. And my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alysae has missed your company. Everything is always... if Axel were here, he would... That's the exaggeration. I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Axel's methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. Oh, Alysae wants to fuck the Warrior of Light. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alysae? What? And twiddle our thumbs while we work yourselves to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. Yeah. I could do with a hand, it's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder. The larder, Alice, eh? While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. Just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Punil, Torden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Okay. Okay, thank you. Tend to Todden. Todden glanced up at you blankly, but you noticed the tension in his face ease slightly. Tend to Helric. The texture of his skin is hardened to something akin to plaster. Yikes. Sorry, I was gonna get something up in front of me here. Alright, there we go. All good. Just messaging Telstra to figure out what the fuck's up with my internet. You've seen to the patients. How were they? Good, that's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Axel to Maud Soak. If you have any errands that need to be done, doing? Well, I suppose there is one thing. What's that? Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassid's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Axel. There's something I want you to see right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Alright, so we're going back to Mordoke. Oh, Maud Sook. Is it? Fuck, how do you say it again? Yeah, that's it. It's like Maud Sook or some shit. Because I'm tired, I keep forgetting all the pronunciations of new shit. It'll come to me more in the future, I'm sure. Ron. Yes, the spicy meat man. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Ah, yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Wasn't that nice? Gods, I've never seen a Maud merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. Okay. The worms, if you please. Only the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Capitalist crackheads. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Okay, going up this way. Down here. Okay, cool. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Blaze Wrigglers, you actually bought them? I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails, shall we? Why is she taking us to the top of the tower? It's gonna be like, I love you, warrior of light. Oh my god.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken.
Oh.
Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Kinda looks like the burn.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true.
Just gets more fucked up.
Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yes.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
Fair.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Indeed. So do we have to like Walking Dead style, like fucking kill them before they turn? Or just like be ready to kill them as soon as they turn? I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Urianje's lecturing. I need you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. Carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against the fate worse than death. Alright. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Yes. Thank you. Alice has explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. That's nice. Well, nothing is going to happen for a while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. Why don't our gloomy faces worrying... We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. Shit. Second line. Alright.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
Does that?
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
You needn't have gone to that trouble.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get.
Sure.
I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one.
It looks like a butt. It looks like a butt.
It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it.
Yeah, what do they think the Warrior of Darkness
Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath.
Okay.
Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
They're coming.
Oh shit.
Desleen!
Who's they?
Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Okay. Axel, Alice, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gone into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, we'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Okay. Please, Halric, please be alright. I have a feeling he probably wandered off to, like, spare them having to kill him, I guess. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south. Sure. Now I'll quickly grab this ether current while we're waiting. Well, while we go to this last bit. Because we're literally almost done here. It's like this quest. There's one more. And then we are back to the Crystal area. And there's like a duty that we have to do, like a dungeon or whatever, but I'm going to save that for when we're streaming again. Oh, fuck off! I hate these fucking little cunts, ancient lizards. Suck a dick. Alright, let's head to that. See no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. Yep. Can we interact with this? There we go. You scan the surrounding areas such as Halric and suddenly find yourself under attack. Oh shit. Yep. Okay. And head up here. There's just like little bastard things everywhere, isn't there? Get rid of these guys. So yeah, it seems just been messaging Telstra here on the side. They've changed the way like the speed plans work. So like originally the super fast was 140. And now they've changed it to 250/22, or the normal premium speed, which is 117, right? Which is, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't know why the fuck they would change it and charge you the same amount. Like, it's
Any
fucking
sign
weird.
of him?
Or you can pay the ultra fast, which is 740, but I just want 40. That's all. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a shit about the download speed. I really
Keep
don't.
looking. The Sin Eaters
So
are out in
stupid.
force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will. Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
I might see if I can get them to like give me ultra fast for free, since they changed it without like informing me, you know what I mean?
Oh no!
Oh fuck.
Ulrich! We have to run!
No!
Tesleen! No!
Tesleen was so hot.
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it.
Ain't that some fucking shit?
The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
Jesus. Fucking, this is like nightmare fuel, dude. What the fuck?
No, no, no!
Dude.
Forgive me, Alice.
Dude, this became very suddenly like fucking nightmare shit. Holy fuck. Jesus. That like transformation was like graphic as fuck. Holy shit. I was not expecting that at all. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, Axel. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on, not like this. Speak with the carers. Oh, fine. It's just so unfair. Tesseline was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there shouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate, yeah, it's pretty fucked. God damn, that was fucking horrific, dude. Jesus. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing, about giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. That was horrific. Holy fucking shit, dude. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky, where the Sin Eaters made their escape. It almost looked like Halric enjoyed watching her get turned. That was really bizarre, man. I've spoken with the carers. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them, and to me. Sorry to interrupt, we realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Just emotionally scarred and fucking traumatized. There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow. Oh, whoops. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have ever done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Tesseline's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected that balance? Even if we're only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, and how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. teleport up here. Okay. Alright, let's fucking ride out of here, man. Head out, and I guess we'll go back to fucking Crystarium, and then go from there. Turn both his quests in, then I guess that's the last. There's like the last two quests, and one of them's for a dungeon, which again we'll do that on the stream. So yeah. Up here? Okay. Forgive me, Axel, I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way, with steel. Miss Alice, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest armorer. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Alright, back to the Crystarium. Oh, remind me to wear goggles if you ever fly over Armorang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sinities out, shall we? Yes. Sounds like a good idea. The Dorsal Gates. Right, talk to this guy. Yes. Ah, it is good to be back amongst friends, but not to mention my dear sister. I have not seen her for some time, but I gather she is as keen to press on with our plans as I am. And you've seen quite a lot of the first yourself now, more than enough to appreciate the scale of the obstacles we face. Let us lay our discoveries before the Exarch and discuss what must be done. Yes. Thank you for seeking me out, Axel. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. And looking at Alphino, I'd say he's as eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lay our experiences before the Exarch, step back to see what kind of picture they make, and then we can decide where to go from there. Yes. Cool. Awesome. Let's do it.
And so you return.
We are back.
Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Yep.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness.
Oh.
Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
So, destroy the Light Wardens?
Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
Oh.
I have a feeling Yulmul might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Volthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience.
True.
He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Indeed. So we destroy the Light Wardens. Theoretically, they all go away.
Your uncertainty is understandable given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
Ooh, cool. Cutscene.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds. This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first.
Oh.
Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other and with the source.
Is it 14 because it's Final Fantasy 14?
Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source.
Okay.
And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds. What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations.
So we basically get
These
like...
devastating events are what we refer to as umbral
Right,
calamities.
okay. So the umbral calamities of the
7
source
times has a calamity befallen the source.
are essentially
7
each of the
times has
other...
a shard been absorbed.
Right, I guess they're each of the other fucking versions of the star. Fuck, okay. Shit.
At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Northrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Okay.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Shit. That's not good.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alize as well.
My lord.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
Sweet. Alright. Hallminster Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Ascensa Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. Where is it? Hold up. Fuck me. No. Oh, we haven't attuned to that spot. Okay, this is, everywhere. Okay, cool. Right. Alright, now this way then. Can I attune Fort Job? So we'll tune to this quickly. Okay. We're tuned. Excellent. Alright. Let's head to that spot. Well, what the fuck? There's a ether current over here. Oh, nice. Cool. Grab this quickly. While we're here. All right. Let's see. Another one to the south. Sweet. Up there. We'll grab that as well. I really like this area, actually. It's nice. I like the... They're kind of like cherry blossoms, actually. But they're like that deep sort of violet purple rather than like pink. Alright, come on, kill this guy. Alright, cool. Alright, Crystal Exarch, let's have a chat. All set. If you follow this road north, you will arrive at the northern station point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Oh shit. Pretty far up north. Okay. Yeah, we'll fucking fuck with that later on. Gonna forward and back, and then be forward and back, and go one step forward. Give me forward and back, give me the forward and back, and one step forward. Fucking bangers, dude. Ugh. know there's either current up here. 65 to the east. Boom, look at that. Beautiful.